morning, Barbara. I'm waiting for boats to come down the intercoastal so I can wave at them in my witchy outfit. I just waved to a boat and only one person saw me. Hey, Daniel. Good morning, everyone. No boats yet. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Oh, here comes a boat. Let's see if they notice the witch. The witch in the window. But by the way, I'm not. I'm a good witch. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Who, me? I'm not a witch at all. I'm Dorothy Gale from Kansas. What is that, the witch? Toto? Toto's my dog. What is that, all that laughing? Those are the Munchkins. And you are their national heroine, my dear. It's all right. You may all come out to meet her. Come out, wherever you are, and meet the young lady who fell from a star. They do not notice. I'm trying to make people smile from their boats. It's my Halloween prank of the day. Put a spell on you. Yeah, really quiet morning here on the intercoastal. Sorry, you guys. Oh man, it's hard to wear netting in front of your face. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy playing witchy poo today. But it's such a beautiful, beautiful day, and we've got our flag right there. Why do witches fly away on brooms? To make a clean getaway. Good one, Skeletora. Wow. That was a dad joke. Well, if you're interested in older women, you need to go find another place to troll, because I'm not your girl. I'm a widow. I'm still married to my husband, and I'm not looking for any men, okay? So, bye-bye. This show is not about dating. Yeah, candy. I want some candy. Well, we're going to talk about that in a second, Sankey, okay? Because I'm having some fun with Halloween this year. It seems like people are doing some interesting things. And this is a great time for my hair and my missing tooth. I'll get you, my pretty. And your little dog, too. So all of you trying to look for a date, please go elsewhere. My show is not a dating show. This is the Beach Report, and we talk about a lot of things, especially things that are going on in today's society and our love of the Lord. Now, usually I try to hide the fact that my teeth are falling out, and right here, but today I'm going to revel in it. Because, it fits the part. Hey, Daniel. Witchy woman, see how high she flies. Ooh, witchy woman, she's got the moon in her eyes. Down, down. Hey, Binary. Hey there, Fred. I love it when Fred visits us from the cornfields of southern Indiana. And of course, Daniel, Faith is in the house. And where's everybody else? All my favorites are out there today, enjoying Halloween. Hey, Vinay. Yeah, I need a broomstick. Where's my broomstick? If only broomsticks could really fly, right? This is getting itchy under here. This is a little bit of a sad Halloween for me. I'm trying to cheer myself up because I keep having memories of my Halloween last year. It was the last Halloween with my little dog. And she loved Halloween. She loved to dress up in costume. And she especially loved to go trick-or-treating. And every year I would take her trick-or-treating. She got older, she would be in her stroller, and we would stroll around the neighborhood, and everybody was just so enamored with her. She was so precious. She loved watching all the children. She just loved seeing everybody, and it's a good memory, but it's also bittersweet because I don't have her this year. So all right, let's see if we got any more boats coming down the pike here. We are on the intercoastal waterway of Fort Lauderdale. And this gorgeous, gorgeous last morning in October. So people dress up on Halloween. If you're not from America, you might not understand it. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what life is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with joy and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. There are some crazy trolls on today, making all sorts of wild claims. We're just going to ignore them and kick them out into the intercoastal where the sharks swim. I've never seen a shark in the intercoastal. I have seen dolphins, but never sharks. What is the story behind Halloween? You know, Binary, I understand it's not a very nice story, and it's about a massacre or something, but that's not what people are celebrating in America when they celebrate Halloween. Some people are, and I agree, Bella, I am so lucky for living in America. You're right. Yes, I'm going to be 60 in November, Jay Clow. You know all the music that we love. Okay, welcome. Welcome to today's beach report. Today we're on the intercoastal and I'm looking for boats to wave to on this happy Halloween. So here's the thing about Halloween. A lot of people get crap for celebrating it because it is a pagan holiday. As are most of our holidays, seriously. It is a very commercial holiday. It is a day when people dress up and have a lot of fun. Now, there's also candy involved, which I wonder who came up with that one, because when I was a little child, there's Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. So we're talking about Halloween and how it got started here in America to become the celebration of fun that it is. You know, a lot. Yes, I should look like a witch. That's my whole goal. That's why today I smile with my missing tooth, so you can all get my witchy self and my gray hair, and I crimped it and everything with braids, so I could be a witch today. Yes, you do celebrate Halloween in England, and yeah, I wonder if the dentists were the ones who started the candy thing. I don't know. But actually, all of the dentists in my neighborhood would always give out toothbrushes and toothpaste. And I loved that about the dentist because, as you can see, I always cared very deeply about my teeth. And I've always been very blessed with beautiful teeth. I did have to go through orthodontia, so they aren't this way really naturally, but They are my natural teeth. Unfortunately, I have this very bad habit of grinding my teeth at night. It's called bruxism. And if you don't get a mouth guard, as soon as you find out you have bruxism, you will start to lose teeth like I have. This is my, I've got 3 missing teeth. So yeah, it's not very nice for me, and I am very sorry that I didn't start wearing a mouth guard in my 20s, like my very intelligent daughter, who also has bruxism. So I'm not talking about pharmaceuticals just another day. I'm talking about doing something good for your teeth. This is a very worthwhile PSA, public service announcement. Seriously, if you grind your teeth at night, if your dentist doesn't offer you that you will need a mouth guard, ask him for a mouth guard, honestly. A night guard. Yeah, Sandy, is it not the best thing ever? Because having your teeth break apart in your mouth is one of the worst feelings in the world. And I can attest to that. So, but today, I'm a witch. Usually now I have to smile with my good side for as long as that lasts, but as long as I have my natural teeth, I'm gonna use them to smile with, right? Yeah, yeah. You gotta get your mouth guard on. So, and if you want to say nasty things on my show to me, you will get kicked off and tossed into the intercoastal, where there are some sharks waiting to chomp you down. Okay, well, let's look at a little boat. Let's see if the boat notices the witch in the window. My roommate gave me this hat. She's got, yes, this is my real hair. And she's got every costume for every holiday, for everything. So whenever something's up, she gives me the props to wear. All right, I'm waving at this boat here. I'll show you, see what happened. They see me, yay. They waved. They waved to the witch in the window. Well, that was fun. And please don't be rude to me. There's really no call for that binary. Do people regularly watch you and comment on the way you look and then say nasty things to you? Is that really nice of you? Are you gonna have a good day because you said that to me? Well, I think you're gonna have to be hidden from my channel, because you apparently don't have any manners. You're rude and you're nasty. So thank you. Shiv, on the other hand, thank you. Your channel very nice. So beautiful videos and shorts, and you are so beautiful. So Shiv, I'll never kick you off. Thank you very much. You know what? It should be a no wake zone right in front of my condo, but unfortunately I'm just like a little bit south of the no wake zone, or a little north of it. Over here, there's a drawbridge that you're gonna come to, so people will speed really fast, and then they'll see this sign, and it becomes a no-wake zone. So I'm like right in front of the no-wake zone, and I do not want a husband. My husband died 3 years ago, and he's still my husband. And I'm still married to him, and I'm not looking for another husband. Nobody will ever take his place. He was the most amazing person in the world. And I'm not looking to replace him, that's for sure. Yes, you're always going to get really great views here on the Beach Report, because we love the beach. And I am rich only in the fact that I have so many wonderful friends and people who love me, and that is where my wealth comes from. I don't actually have a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money to live well, but you need to be a really nice person who is always adding value to other people's lives. And that's how you live a rich and wonderful life, by making other people happy and make other people feel good, and you will never have a bad day, honestly. I don't own this condo, and I don't want a new man, so please stop with that. I'm not interested. I'm a woman of God, And I'm a moral woman, and I do not appreciate any talk that is reducing me down to an object. So please don't do that, okay? I don't want anyone to share my life in any other way than watch my shows, follow, like, and subscribe, and that's how you share my life, okay? Tell your friends to watch a beach report, and then we're sharing life. How's that? This is the Intercoastal Waterway of South Florida. This goes all the way down to Miami and then ends up in the ocean down in the Florida Keys. Yeah, thank you guys for supporting me in my widowhood and the fact that I really don't like being hit on by strangers, okay? And Shiv understands. If Shiv as a YouTuber, and thank you for supporting me as a fellow YouTuber, I really appreciate it. So it doesn't matter who owns the condo. This is one of my places that I am. Okay, so let's just put it that way. You know what? Expensive is up to you. Your life can be expensive if you expect expensive things. If you need to get your nails done every day, then it's going to be expensive. If you need to, oh look, they're waving to me. That's great. They saw me before I saw them. I love it. Thank you. Jesus Christ died on the cross for you because he loves you. I appreciate that. Anytime you want to throw in a Bible verse, I will read it. I love it. I just told you I'm not rich, and why would I donate $1,000 to you? I don't even know you. You know, you don't ask people for money unless you're actually adding value to their lives. Coming on my show and expecting me to just give you money I don't even have, well, that's rude. So why don't you try to be a nice person? Yeah, you can. It's hard to be pleasant when you have people saying things to you that are just stupid and rude. So I'm sorry. Anyway. I'm not renting anything. I live all over the place because I have friends all over the place, and I visit them, and I never stay one place for very long. If you watch the beach report, you will see me on a different beach all over Florida because this is how I live. I'm also an author and a journalist. And the way I make money is I sell books. So if you want to support the Beach Report, go to jillbooks.com and check out my very hard work. I'm a hardworking journalist and have been my entire life. Now I'm an author. I also do a little bit of journalism. I still write articles. I still get paid to write articles every now and then when I choose to. So that's the beauty of my life. It is what I choose it to be. I can do anything I want, anytime I want. I'm not a witch. I'm just a person who does her own thing all the time. So thank you, Jasmine. And oh my gosh, thank you so much, Jasmine, for saying people need to find manners and keep bad opinions to themselves. Thank you very much, Jasmine. Thank you for the marvelous, darling. Yes, I'm in my witchy hat, but I'm not a witch. Love the view. Not sure I can handle the neighbors so close by. You know what? It's really not a bad thing. The neighbors around here aren't really that close by, and they don't bother us at all. And, you know, of course, some of them are our friends, and so it's really not bad here where I am. Jesus loves you. I love the reminder. Thank you. Good morning, Brad. This channel is the Beach Report. I am a real journalist, card-carrying member. Used to be a member of the Society of Professional Journalists until I realized that my profession was not going the way that I'd always thought it did. I graduated in 1987 from the Scripps School of Journalism at Ohio University. and became a writer for the Sandpaper. It's a little news magazine in southern New Jersey, on the beach, of course, because I've been the beach report as long as I could be on the beach. Yeah, it's always been a thing with me. But I've used my career to make a very good life for myself. It's not a life where I'm wealthy, because you don't need a lot of money to have a good life. You just need to have a lot of very good friends, and you need to add value to other people's lives. And that's how you do it. Jasmine says, thank you, Jasmine. This channel is basically a support group, and we all are one big happy family. And Jill goes to the beach, and we ask questions, and we have a natter all together. I love it. And Jasmine's from England, so I never heard that word natter, which is weird because I did used to live in Switzerland, and a lot of my friends were English. So I know a lot of words that the British girls use. I'll never forget when I heard the first word, the first time I heard the word snog. I heard something like, Joanne's in the bar having a snog with a man. And I'm like, what is that? Is that a drink or what is it? It's kissing. It's so funny. So yes, I look like I'm headed to the races. This would be a really great derby hat, wouldn't it? But I think the pointy part makes it really look like a witchy hat. So, okay, we've got a bunch of people on. My favorite people are here. Jasmine's here. So I'm going to start the show, which I did a little bit ago, talking about Halloween. And today is Halloween. Thank you, Cockney. Us Brits are nice enough to call everyone mate. I love it. Okay, so I wanted to talk about something that I think is just absolutely hilarious, and that is the Halloween potato. Now, just like 2 days ago, I saw this video where this woman was like, her kids were trick-or-treating and they were all getting potatoes. And it was like, what is this with Halloween potatoes? And the mom was just ecstatic, and the kids are like, what are we gonna do with potatoes? And she's like, potatoes au gratin, mashed potatoes, potato pie. She had like dozens of potato recipes she was ready to make, and the kids were like, yes, let's go. So now I understand all the kids want potatoes for Halloween. And I thought, that's perfect. I've got a potato. And it reminded me of when my daughter was 3 years old. My children were born in Switzerland. We were all Swiss citizens. Well, they were Swiss citizens. It took me a while to get citizenship, but I did eventually. Anyway, yes, potato. So the people in Switzerland didn't know what Halloween was, but the kids in the neighborhood had heard of it, and they asked me, oh wait, you've got to see this boat coming down the pike. This is great. So this is a boat. It's not really a boat. It's actually a piece of equipment that they use to lift things out of the water. So that's pretty interesting. All right, anyway. Yeah, super quiet here on the Intercoastal this morning. You would think there'd be more boats when there's such a great weather outside. Okay, so anyway, the potato, we're back to the potato. Okay, so, sorry. I am Gen X, and we're not always known for our IT skills. Okay, anyway, the Halloween potato. So in Switzerland, like I was saying, they didn't know what Halloween was, but the kids had heard of it and they wanted to do it. So the children in our neighborhood, there was just like 2 little girls that lived next door, and I was cultivating them as babysitters. So I always found, and we got to take a moment to praise the Lord. Thank you, Jasmine. May the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. That was from Numbers 6:24. That's beautiful. Yeah, I don't date. Okay, wave therapy. Don't ask me about dating, please. Just be entertained by me, okay? Don't look at me like I'm gonna be your next girlfriend or wife or anything. Please stop with that. Not interested, okay? That's not what this show is about. And I know, Raymond, my teeth are too good to be a witch until I go like this. Ah, look, I'm missing one. See? How's that? Now I'm witchy looking, right? I usually try to hide it. Today, I'm going to revel in it because I didn't have to wear any fake teeth. Because nothing about me is fake except I am wearing lipstick and that's it. So please stop trying to talk to me like I'm your next girlfriend. I don't appreciate it and not interested at all. Still married to my husband. Okay, see, wedding ring. Yeah, he's in heaven, but he's still my husband. So please be respectful to me. I'm a widow. And we widows don't appreciate men coming on to us. Or vice versa. I understand men who are widows also. They love their wives. You know, when you found that very perfect person and they pass away, I'm done. I don't expect to ever meet anyone that amazing like my husband. That's it. That's how I feel. So, sorry. It's the way it goes. Anyway, no, not a black widow. Although I'm dressed in black today, but I think a black widow is where you kill people. Is that right? No, I didn't kill my husband. I gave him a longer life, actually, because he was dying of cancer. And we were only dating at the time. And the doctor gave him 3 to 6 months to live. And I said, oh no, not on my watch. And he was afraid to marry me because he didn't want me to be a widow. And he knew that I would be a widow. And I knew it too. And you know what? I'm honored to be Ray Becerra's widow. He was such an amazing man, and I was able to give him an extra 2 years, 2.5 years of life. And in the end, you know, he was, let's just put it this way, he died in peace. So thank you. I know the spider, that was a joke. It was a good Halloween joke. I'm sorry. We widows, sometimes we go there, you know, especially when you're being hit on by strangers and you're like, please stop. Okay, just stop. So that's right, Jasmine. He did. He had me by his side to the very last breath. And like I said, I'm honored to be the widow of Ray Becerra. He was a famous animal wrangler. So anyway, thank you. God bless you too. Thank you very much. We were only married for 11 months before he died, and it wasn't long enough. So I'm going to spend this time continuing to be married to Ray Becerra. And I'll bet he's with Lily Jasmine. I'm sure that people who I loved and people who he loved, and they're in heaven, I think they're all together. And I think that there's a lot going on up there that we can never even imagine. Because, you know, energy never gets destroyed. And we are all full of energy. We are energy. And we sometimes leave our shells, our human meat shells. Some people call it, sounds kind of gross, but sometimes you have to believe in heaven. I do too, Rochester. And I know my husband's there. Yeah, he was actually a falconer. He could catch birds out of the sky. I will never stop bragging on him. So, yeah, I'm not a witch. I'm just playing one on YouTube. Anyway. I know, Rochester, the Torah doesn't mention the afterlife. However, I feel his presence, and I know that there is something after this life. And I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I know for sure that it's something. And when my husband was dying, he was seeing people who had already passed away, and he made me realize that there is something. So that's it. And please don't ask me a bunch of personal questions. I'm just trying to be real with you here and honest. I'm a widow, so that is why I don't date, and why I'm not married, and why I will never get married again. So thank you, adorable witch comment. And no tarot readings. I don't do any of that stuff. I love the Lord. I have accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, even though I was raised Jewish. But I now know the truth about Jesus, and I love him so much. And he's made my life so much better. So that's why I follow Jesus Christ now. Jasmine believes in reincarnation. And that's interesting because I know a lot of people who believe in it too. I personally haven't seen anything that makes me really know for sure that there's reincarnation, but I know for sure that when people die, that's not the end, and that you go to be with God, and then you also are somehow, my husband's still affecting my life even though he's in heaven. So thank you for being Christians. Thank you. And the people who don't believe in God, I hope that I can change your mind, because there is definitely something greater than you, who created you and who loves you. So you should feel good about that. You know, it's a wonderful thing to have this kind of a belief system, because it lets you know that, number one, when bad things happen, you're not the one in control. You know, that God is in control. Oop, we got to look at the black pearl coming down the pike. The black pearl goes up and down all day long. By the way, right off of the coast of Fort Lauderdale, which is where you see those buildings right over those trees, that is actually the beach. And the third largest coral reef in the world is over there. So a lot of people come here to go snorkeling and diving, and you can see some really amazing things off the coast of South Florida. Aw, thank you, Valerie. Thank you very much. Anywho, let's get back to talking about the Halloween potato. So when I saw, or a friend of mine was talking about how people are actually going to give potatoes this year for Halloween, I loved it. And it reminded me of a little story I'll tell you about when my daughter was 3 years old. And like I said, my children were born in Switzerland, and they didn't have Halloween there at that time. I know now they're starting to embrace our American traditions. Don't ask me why. It's kind of weird. But anyway, maybe it's because of me. I don't know. There were no pumpkins, and there was no Halloween back in 1996. So I took the kids. We dressed up with the little neighborhood girls, and they dressed up together. And then I called all of our neighbors, which there weren't that many. We lived in a little round kind of a cul-de-sac neighborhood. So I was able to call most of the neighbors who I knew. And I told them, you know, that the kids would be coming by, and they'll be knocking on your door, and they're going to say trick or treat, and that all you have to do is give them, you know, like a piece of fruit, like in Switzerland and in most European nations, when it comes to holidays like Christmas and stuff, the children, they are happy with fruits and nuts and natural things, and they don't eat candy. Honestly, it's so much better. So I just asked the neighbors if they would, you know, if they had some oranges, you know, whatever. I didn't tell them to give them potatoes, but usually they all know, you know, it's fruits, and it's like walnuts and chestnuts or whatever nuts that you have. So anyway, my kids, well, my daughter and the two neighborhood girls walked all around the neighborhood, knocking on everyone's door, trick or treat, and they came back with something like 50 Swiss francs. I was like, what have you done? And everybody was giving them money. So I don't know. It was like, yeah, if only they did that in America, right? But they didn't. Anyway, it was funny. She did get a bunch of oranges and nuts though too. But boy, they got a lot of change. So that was fun. Anyway, then at the age of 3, actually, was her first American Halloween, and we flew to. You almost fell off the top of Zugspitze. That sounds horrible. Actually, I had a friend fall off the Matterhorn, and he did not survive. So there's that. Anyway, well, thank you, Shiv. So back to the Halloween story. So my little daughter, at the age of 3, I brought her to America for her first American Halloween. That's how she knew how to do the trick or treat thing. Anyway, she's just 3 years old, and so we just went to houses of friends of ours, right? So we knocked on the door and trick or treat, and we came in, and they had their bag of or their basket of candy out, ready for all the kids, and they said to my daughter, you know, take whatever you want, anything you want, you can have it. And she looks at me, and she's looking around, and we were in the kitchen, and the candy was there too. And you don't love me, you don't even know me. Anyway. The candy was there too. And instead of going for the candy, my little girl spotted some bright red tomatoes on the table next to the candy, and she yells, "Mato!" And the neighbors are like, "What? What did she just say? She wants a tomato?" I said, "Yeah." She says, "Mato!" And they're like, "Should we give her a tomato?" I said, "Yes, please. You said she could have anything." So they gave her the tomato, you know, washed it, handed it to her, and she proceeded to eat it like an apple because she loved tomatoes. My daughter wasn't raised to eat sugar. Actually, she never even had sugar in her mouth until she was 3 years old, and we visited America for the first time that she was old enough to, you know, eat candy. Anyway, no, I didn't raise her with candy, and to this day, she's a lovely figure, and she turned out very well. So we're doing a Halloween show today. What side do you think I am on politically? So, yes, you think I look like a witch? Well, today I should. Shalom, Jesus is King. I love your name. So anyway, I think it's hilarious that the kids now want Halloween potatoes. Maybe they will also want tomatoes. Especially if it's the Beach Report. I'm the Beach Report on Facebook and Instagram, and here on YouTube as well. Oh, also on Rumble, but I don't do Rumble very often, like hardly ever. So anyway, if you are involved in trick-or-treating this year and you have to give out some goodies to the kids, consider giving them potatoes. How about sweet potatoes? Even better, right? I love sweet potatoes. They're so good for you. And please stop being rude, okay? What's wrong with men? You know, one of the reasons why I will never marry again is because of the comments right here make me think that y'all are pretty disgusting. I know not all of you are like this, but so many men think they have the right to speak to me like I am garbage. Like, that's why you don't have girlfriends. And if you do have girlfriends, shame on you. Seriously. This is why you can't get a date, because this is how you talk to women, because you're disrespectful and you're rude. Sorry, I just have to tell the truth. Anyway, those of you who aren't disrespectful and rude, I feel badly for you, because you need to tell your fellow dudes to knock it off. You know, talk to them, please, because they're not making any of you look good. So, yeah, we all have choices. We all have choices. All right, you guys, and thank you. I'm getting sometimes just seeing the comments, it really is enough to make you want to swear off of all humanity for a while, because people are rude. And those of you whose messages are held for review, I'm not even going to look at them, because I'm often very sorry that I did. So you'll just stay hidden with your nastiness. So where are the 101 Dalmatians? I know, I wish I had some puppies with me. That would be great. But this is my show. I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm not used to being abused like this, so forgive me if I don't take to it very nicely. That's all. I don't usually wear hats like this and dress up, so maybe it's, I don't know. You're right, Notorious. They would never say it in person, but at the same time, they still have their names up here, and we can see who they are. So that they're absolutely disgusting and should never be allowed on my show again. Yeah, I know. It's amazing when people feel that they have the right to have such a nasty attitude toward people they don't even know. You're right, Sean. It's not very nice. It's not very nice to be called nasty names and told that I'm, nothing more than an object to you. So, yeah, I can have my attitude because I don't appreciate it. It ruins my show when you do this. So, but thank you, George. Oh, where are my members? I do have a very healthy, wonderful membership because people don't like to see this kind of behavior and they don't like it when you treat me like this. I know, Sean, you're funny. You're super funny. You do like it when people say nasty things about you? Do you think you'd have a good attitude about that? Yeah. There are insane people in this world, notorious. Yeah, and Sean is one of them. Okay, well, thank you, George. Kisses, yeah, I don't take kisses from strangers, but, oh, low self-esteem. Is that right, Alexander? You think that I should appreciate you insulting me? Do you think that I should lap it up and think it's a wonderful thing that you talk to me this way? Yeah, real low self-esteem there. Thank you, Walking. Anyway, I am going to say ciao for now because, yeah, y'all ruined my good mood. Thank you very much. I wanted to have a lighthearted show about the Halloween potato. And, yes, my show is about Halloween and the potato, but, you guys just want to insult me. So that's sad. Sad for you. Anyway, let's look at a boat. I don't let the haters get to me Walking at all. I really don't. That's why we have moderators. That's why they get kicked off, because of the way they talk to me. Well, you haven't been watching if you didn't hear about the potato, because I called the show the Halloween potato, and my thumbnail is a picture of a potato with Halloween stuff around it. So I don't know what context you are missing with the potato. I can have a big ego. Do you have a big ego, or do you hate yourself? I am on the intercoastal of South Florida in Fort Lauderdale. And where you see those buildings across there, that's the beach. And it's a really quiet day here on the intercoastal, despite the fact that it is absolutely beautiful weather. Joyce, thank you. You're right. I won't let them drive me off if that was the goal. Thank you, my friend. Love you very much. You know what? Today, I don't mind if you want to see me because I am dressed for Halloween. I'm a good witch. How's that? We're being witchy on the intercoastal. So my fun thing today is to wave to the people on the boats, but there's no boats, so I'm just gonna wave to you. Let's see, the temperature has got to be in the, that just came down on its own. The temperature is probably in the low 80s, but I'm in the sunshine, so it's pretty warm here. And George is a boat captain. Oh, you work on cruise ships. Wow, that is pretty cool. That's a big job, isn't it? I can't imagine. I've been on many cruises in my time, but I'm a little over the cruising life. I mean, it's one thing too. I don't know. I do love cruises. I do. I love big boats and everything. It's just that it seems like it's all about eating and drinking, and I've been trying to stop doing that. So, or not trying to, I have stopped doing that. So I did a 7-day fast like 2 weeks ago, and it was great. So it's warm here. It's and like I said, the beautiful sunshine is making it very warm out, but it's also really low humidity, so it's kind of perfect weather. Walking tall as a bouncer in a biker bar. Oh my gosh. Well, Hollywood, Florida is right down the street, but biker bars sound dangerous. You're probably big and buff. So if you like the Beach Report, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. If you feel inclined to send me a super chat, I'd appreciate that too. It's the end of the month, don't you know? Oh, I hear something in the water. Let's see what it is. Because sometimes we do see critters like, what are the sea cows? What are they called again? You know, the big blobby ones that are like dogs. I've seen dolphins and, hey Jory, manatees. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, manatees. Yeah, sometimes my words just escape me. I think it's because I'm old. Anyway, what a beautiful morning, huh? Oh, finally we have a boat that I can wave to. Hey, Game Boy. I'll get you, my pretty. And your little dog, too. Yes, I'm the queen of the witchy laugh. I can do it. Thanks, George. Oh boy, this guy gets out of the no wake zone and he's slamming it. He's going as fast as he can. Go, Rocket, go. He doesn't care about some old lady in a witch hat. I've never seen any seals here walking tall. But there could be seals, I suppose, but I've never seen any. I've seen manatees, I've seen dolphins, and that's it for the big animals. And I've not seen them a lot either. And I have lived on the intercoastal for like 15 years now, so on and off 15 years. Laughing and terrified at the same time. I love it, Game Boy. Yes, I like to do my impression of Witchy Poo. All right, well, you can all thank Joyce for keeping me on a little bit longer, but I do have a lot of work to do today. I am editing a new book, and I cannot wait to get this job finished because this book is going to be so great. It's actually a book of poetry about a woman who was betrayed by her boyfriend and then didn't get over it for a really long time. And her poems are so like heartfelt, angry, loving, like so many emotions going on with this poetry book. It's like, it's poetry on steroids. And I love working on this book. So when it's done, I'll certainly let you guys know. It's going to be the second book published by my company, JewelBooks.com. So please check it out. And I am not just publishing my own works, but others books too. So we've got lots of great plans coming up, especially because it is almost the holidays. So my first book that I published that wasn't my own is called Still Standing. It's by Joshua Hayes. And Joshua has a horrific story of child abuse, but at the same time, he, like the book is called Still Standing, he's still standing where many children who lived a life of just abject poverty and abuse and neglect, and they don't live very long, and they have very bad lives. But Joshua was able to escape, and his book is a kind of actually a guide on how to look at life in a way that child abuse doesn't ruin you. So I think it's very helpful for people who are going through a lot, but at the same time, it's also a great book for people like me who never suffered child abuse. I was adopted as a baby, so I was loved the most. And I could not imagine a life treated loved so badly. I'm so lucky that I was adopted. So this book also breaks my heart, but it teaches you what to look for and how you know a child's being abused, because it's very interesting. Here's another boat. This boat just came out of one of these side streets. It's a nice boat. We've got the best weather here today, Blink. Hey, Farah. Seals live on the island, on Rhode Island. Really? Yeah, I didn't know there were no seals in Florida, but I've never seen a seal in Florida, so that makes sense. Well, I have seen lots of manatees and sharks and dolphins. Well, not so many, but more than and alligators. We also have a lot of alligators, but I've never seen an alligator in Fort Lauderdale, ever. I would love to see the seals in Rhode Island. I saw seals when I was on the West Coast once a long time ago in San Francisco. There's a lot of seals there too. Here, let's end this show with a song about this country and this flag. Sing it with me if you know the words. If tomorrow all the things were gone I've worked for all my life, and if I had to start again with just my children and my life, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless America. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it so much. All right, you guys. Thank you for putting that smile back on my face. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you on the next Beach Report. Ciao for now. And thank you. Wait, Game Boy says, I'm a cute witch, excited about my book, and also published as an audio book. Thank you. Yes, I know, Game Boy, you are so right. Everyone tells me I've got to do an audio book because I'm very good at reading. So thank you. Not everybody is as kind as you are, and I appreciate it. And I also appreciate being the light that Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you too. All right, you guys. I'm like the Bride of Frankenstein. All right, you guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween and a great rest of your day. Try not to get in any trouble. All right, you guys. As Joyce always says, cow for now. Ciao for now, guys.